Here we are at the end of the war. 3 big battles done. Petersburg, Gettysburg, and Shiloh. Sending over Pete Carroll here to talk about Petersburg.
Here we are in Petersburg, Virginia, just south of Richmond. The month is June 1864.
Looks like we got trouble over there in Petersburg. We're going to send you over John Cena in Gettysburg. He's going to tell us about what's happening there.
I'm John Cena, and I'm hosting the Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg was fought from July 1st to July 3rd, 1863, and was a pinnacle of conflict in the American Civil War. Here are some key points about it. Location. Gettysburg is in the small town of Pennsylvania, and the battle took place in the surrounding areas, including the fields, hills, and forests. Participants. There was a clash between Confederate Army led by General Robert E. Lee and the Union Army commanded by Major General George G. Meade. The battle was considered a turning point in the Civil War because it marked the first major defeat for Lee's Confederate Army. It halted Lee's invasion on the north and gave the Union a much-needed morale boost. It was one of the bloodiest battles of the war, with an estimated 51,000 soldiers killed, wounded, or missing from both sides.
Sounds good, John Cena. We're going to send it back to Petersburg to talk with Pete Carroll.
Oh, wow, that was a close one, guys. Yeah, there's about 120,000 soldiers on the Union side, led by the General Ulysses S. Grant, and about 60,000 on the Confederate side, General Robert E. Lee. The reason why this is happening is because the Union wants to capture Petersburg because it was a major supply hub for the Confederacy. By taking it, they could cut off supplies to the Confederate capital, Richmond. The goal of the battle is for the Union to capture Petersburg and cut off supplies to Richmond, and the Confederates really just need to defend Petersburg and keep their supply lines open to protect Richmond.
Wow, thank you, Pete. We're going to send you over to Ron Burgundy here. He's going to tell us about Shiloh.
I'm Ron Burgundy, and welcome to Channel 4 News. We are covering the Battle of Shiloh.
Wow, a little excited there, Ron. Tell us more about Shiloh.
I'm here in Hardin County, Tennessee, on April 6, 1862. This was deemed one of the bloodiest and deadliest wars of its time. I just saw my best friend, Shaquille, get shot in the face. This is a shame. Stop it.
Sorry to hear that, Ron. We're going to send it back to Pete Carroll.
The war is finally over here in Petersburg, Virginia. The Union, 42,000 casualties dead. Confederates, about 28,000 casualties. After a long siege, the Union broke through the Confederate defenses on April 2nd, forcing Lee to retreat, and the Union won. This battle, the Union victory at Petersburg, led to the fall of Richmond, and soon after, General Lee surrendered by Appomattox. It was a key event that led to the end of the Civil War.
Thanks, Pete, for all the information on Petersburg. Ron Burgundy's feeling good again. We're going to send it back to him.
Go.
Woo! Ron Burgundy's in a way better mood now. The generals and leaders that took place in this war, for the Union side, we have Ulysses S. Grant. And on the Confederate side, we have Albert Sidney Johnson. The leaders had their many armies on the Union side of 65,000 troops, and on the Confederate side of 44,000 troops. Back to you.
Geez, Ron, sounds like there's a lot going on over there in Shiloh. Tell us more, I guess.
Woo! Why does this battle take place? The Battle of Shiloh, also known as the Battle of the Petersburg Landing, allowed the Union troops to penetrate the Confederate interior. The purpose and goal of this entire battle is to gain control of the vital railroad junction at Corinth, Mississippi, which allows the Union Army to advance farther into the Confederate territory in the Western Theater, ultimately aiming to gain control of the Mississippi River by securing a foothold in the region. The battle was a crucial Union victory that enabled them to achieve a goal of pushing back the Confederate forces and securing the area around the Petersburg Landing in the Tennessee River. Yeah! We won! Yeah! There was so many deaths, as is known to be one of the bloodiest wars in the Civil War. There's 13,047 Union deaths and Confederate side, there's 10,669 deaths. Golly. Why does it end? Who won? The Confederates took aggressive jabs at the Union front lines and took severe damage. The Union claimed the victory and took a major toll on Confederate morale with the loss of their leader, Albert Johnson. The impact. What did the battle do in the long run? After the war, President Jefferson Davis wrote, "When Sidney Johnson fell, it was the turning point in our fate, which we had no other hand but to take up his work in the West."
Well, that's all, folks. There's the recap of the 3 battles in the Civil War. I'm Patrick the Starfish. See you all next time.